Hello and welcome everybody back to Star Trek Online. We're on episode 14 now. In the last episode, we infiltrated the Riemann base and helped Obisek escape from Tal Shiar. So, let's get into it and see where it takes us today. Apparently, I didn't spend my skill points last time.
My contacts tell me that Starfleet has rejected my request for military assistance. That is regrettable, but not unexpected. The Tal Shiar are formidable opponents, as are the forces directing their action. I understand why the Federation would hesitate to engage them directly. So today I appeal to you, not as an ally in battle, but as a person of compassion. My people need your help. I need your help. One of our ships was carrying a load of Thalaron weapons through the Nopata system. That ship has disappeared. There are no indications there was a battle. It's as if my ship and its cargo simply vanished. I know you have your reservations about the lengths to which I will go to secure the freedom of my people. Tell me, if you do not trust me with Thalaron weapons, do you want Hakiv to have them? I can provide you with the last coordinates of the vessel. Please help me. Do what you will with the weapons, if they survive. But find my people.
Alrighty.
The Riemann Resistance is very much in need of your...
So, let's do this real quick. I have been terrible at spending my points, as you can see. So, let's go with this one. And ground points. Sure, that one. Alright, head to the Nopata system. Commander, I'm not reading any active vessels on scanners. There is, however, a debris field nearby. It's clustered around a satellite in orbit of the planet, and the composition of the debris corresponds with the ships that have gone missing in this region. I'll keep scanning, sir, but we'll need to take a closer look before we can determine if there are Thalaron weapons on one of the hulks. Sounds good. Commander, I'm not detecting the vessel Obisek sent us to find, but all the ships in this debris field show signs of being affected by the same thing. A high-frequency energy beam that overloaded their systems. If the Riemann ship was hit by that beam, it might have crashed into the planet's surface, or gone adrift somewhere in the system. I'm detecting energy readings from the satellite, sir. If the Riemann crew detected them as well, they could have tried to use it to record a distress signal. Be sure, we'll need to be closer if we can attempt an uplink with the satellite's Wow. Communications array. I am terrible, as always.
Ship is under attack.
And it has grabbed me. Scan it. Commander, we're stuck. This beam is holding us like a fly in a spider's web. We've managed to keep life support and our environmental systems active, but almost everything else offline. Shields, weapons, engines, nothing works. I'm not detecting any life signs on the satellite, sir, but there's a compartment with life support. Systems operating the beam must be automated. Chief says we have enough power in this backups for one transport. I recommend we send a team over to that satellite and find a way to turn the beam off. Alright, let's move over. Captain, the consoles here appear to be control the beam that is draining the power from the Oberon. There's a security lock preventing access. We need to find a usable console. Alright, what do we got? Locked online. Okay. Engage in another operation. Engage in another operation. Override. Overwritten. Okay. What do we got here? Cargo bay. This console doesn't appear to be locked like the others. Whoever did this must have thought that the console used for inventory control was important. I think I can access the back door to the rest of the satellite's programs from here. I see the problem. The Romulan consoles are causing a lockout by forcing the satellite's primary processors to run through a series of equations and removing key bits of information from the answers, which causes the processors to lock up. If we can solve these equations and input the correct information directly into the consoles, the security lock on the satellite's controls should be released. I'm downloading the corrupted equations onto this console for you to work on. Oh, good. Math. Okay. 1, 2, 6, 8. No. I am cheating and using my calculator. 1, 2, 6, 8. Plus 3, 2, 1, 1. 4, 4, 7, 9. Need a 7. And 4, 5, 2, 8. Minus 2, 9, 7, 1. 15, 57. Nine times 49 is 2891, and 2613 divided by 67, 39. Oh, good. So, 87 times 23 is 2001 plus 2631, 4632. Okay, and 9986 minus 2461 is 7,525 divided by 43, 175. Okay, so 6362 minus 5634 is 728. 54 times 68. And add those two together. It's 4,400. Bet nobody thought we were having a math lesson today. Good old PEMDAS. Captain, we've solved the equations that were causing excuse me, that were causing issues in other consoles. Now we need to plug these correct values into the console controlling the security lock, and then we should be able to access all the satellite's major operations. Alright. So I think there's one over here. Yes. Okay. Alright, that's what I thought. There's one right here. Captain, this console controls the satellite's targeting functions. I'm not sure if there's a way to disable it. Whatever it is that's disabling our systems on the ship, that we can get the satellite to target something else. Alright, what do we got? Span to 100, nothing. 500, nothing. 1,000. Let's... Okay. Okay. Making progress. Commander, the satellite has ensnared a piece of debris near the ship. Its stranglehold on us is weaker, but we're not out of the woods yet. Critical systems are stable. We still don't have weapons or long-range communications. Oh! Okay. Guess we're diving. Console looks like it controls the satellite's power supply. Since we aren't able to free our ship by targeting something else, perhaps we can decrease the power to the system's weapon. Then the Oberon might be able to break free. Alright. Update power save. Let's go to economical. And death factory default. Commander, we found that if the Oberon does not attempt to move or fire at the satellite, that it will engage a lower power version of the beam affecting us. It's almost like an energy saving mode. We can use that to our advantage. At least we won't have to worry about life support. We'll hold the ship stable, keep working on boosting power to critical systems while you try to disrupt the satellite's functions and free us. Console controls the satellite's general operations. We've managed to minimize the power output of the satellite. I think if we keep at it, we can switch consoles over to sleep mode. That will shut everything down. Alright, change operational status to off. There we go. Let's head back. I need to update my uniform. Still have Lieutenant Pips on. And I'm in a cage. Okay, now what?
If you fail to comply with commands,
Now we fight, or we die.
Okay.
Make sure you pick up a melee weapon. All of your gear is deactivated, and I won't protect you.
I've never seen those weapons used before by anyone in the arena. I think the mercenaries who act as the occasional guard thought that those weapons might actually be worth something, unlike the beat-up ones they let us use. My best guess is that they're looking to sell them at some point when their contract here is up for some extra money.
Okay. Ooh, Batleth. Still wants me to get a melee weapon. Okay.
Remember to equip your new weapon.
commencing test 1. No pod in Desert Akari entering testing area. Commencing test 2. Releasing Warrigals now. Proceeding to test 3.
Murgato? I think Murgato was Zoolander.
Enemy target sensors.
Prisoner 1478, remain in the area for interrogation. Prisoners, return to holding area. Failure to comply will result in punishment.
Okay. Now we just wait, I guess? There he is.
What do you want?
What's your story?
You want to know my story? I'm stuck here in this prison, just like you. That's my story.
That's not what I meant. What led you to be here?
My name is Slamek. I am part of a resistance. Perhaps you have heard of it? About a week ago, I was part of a crew ferrying weapons from one base to another. When we passed through this system, a satellite disabled our ship. It drifted into the planet's atmosphere. I activated the emergency transporter, and a few of us were able to transport to safety before the ship crashed in the desert. We were looking for shelter and a way to contact our people when a group of soldiers found us. They took us here and kept throwing us into the arena. Now I'm the only one remaining. That is all I know.
Said you were transporting weapons. What happened to him?
We were transporting a shipment of Thaleron weapons. I know that your people will not use them. We do not want to, but our fight is getting desperate. We needed to do something, anything that would shift the tide of war, even if that choice was horrific. I jettisoned our cargo as we were entering the atmosphere. The weapons were completely destroyed. I've seen what Thaleron weapons are capable of firsthand. I could not allow them to contaminate a world not involved in my people's fight.
Any idea who brought you here?
I don't know who was responsible for this place. The trainers and the guards all appear to be mercenaries, without any clue about what's going on. They're paid to keep us in cages and look the other way. The night I was brought in, I was interrogated. There were bright lights in my eyes and a synthetic voice asking me questions. Whoever it was took care to conceal his identity.
Was that the first time you were interrogated?
No. I have been questioned by these people several times before. My reluctance to answer their questions earned me this shock collar. Refusal to help them now is quite painful. Interestingly enough, this was the first time I've been questioned about another participant in the arena. They asked how you treated me, and if you had said anything about why you were here. They even wanted to know if I thought we could become friends. Someone thinks you are very important.
Why would they want to know things? Why would they want to know those things?
I have no idea what they want with us, or why they make us fight. This all seems like some sort of giant game, but there is no one in the stands to be entertained.
Am I the only person you've been paired with?
I've had several partners in my battles. You are the only one about which I've been questioned. You must have impressed our masters. I know you have impressed me.
Are we the only ones here?
I think there are others. I hear other fights. If there are other prisoners, I have never been able to contact them. We are kept separated and caged, unless we are fighting.
Have you tried finding a way to contact the other prisoners?
I do not wish to continue talking with you.
I'm sorry about what I said. Can we continue? No? Jeez.
Now I recall. You were working on all those errands when we were attacked. I managed to escape on the shuttle, and some of us signed on with the freighter. As you can see, things didn't work out so well after that.
I'm confused now. So you wound up working as a stevedore to make ends meet. What happened after that?
We were transporting a shipment of Thaleron weapons. I know that your people will not use them. We do not want to, but our fight is
Any idea who
getting
brought you here?
I don't know who is responsible for this place.
Say what they want with us?
I have no idea what they want with us, or why they make us fight. This all seems like some sort of giant game. I think there are others. I hear other fights.
How many fights you
If
been in?
there are too many.
Do you know of any way to get past their defenses?
The trainers carry key cards. That's the only way I know to get through the defenses.
Do you think we can get one of those cards?
Can I trust you?
Yes.
I can see that we think the same way, friend. A few years ago, I worked as a bodyguard for a Ferengi merchant. He had a talent for acquiring latinum. And during my time with him, I learned a few things. I was able to lift a key card from one of the trainers during my interrogation. If you help me, I think we can overpower the guards and escape through the main door in the arena.
Alright, let's get out of here. Maybe.
If you fail to comply with commands, you will be punished.
What's that? Oh.
Test scenario 4 activated. A hollow released.
Yeah, those look friendly.
We need more help! I'll try to free the other prisoners. You fight the worms!
Oh, weird.
Use the consoles on the sides of the arena to fight the Elder Worm!
I love the original series music in the background.
Enemy targets on sensor.
Ow. Come on.
Just like last time. Use the remaining console on the side of the arena to fight the Elder Worm! There's another set of consoles by the metal wall. Use them while the worm is distracted. I've been hit! I can't continue, my friend. You'll need to protect me.
If the consoles work, great. I am not gonna make it. Nope. And the first respawn. I don't know what this does.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Hey, now the consoles work.
Enemy targets on sensors.
The worm destroyed the metal wall! Run! That's our way out! Romulan base? Here? What did they want with us? And what is that device?
That looks like an Iconian gateway. Master Station Screw or Sin Hakiv, time grows short. I'll just slow scroll to this. If you want to read it, you can pause. Okay.
Watch out. There are Romulan Scorpion fighters overhead. They're looking for us. We need to move quickly and smartly to avoid detection. I recommend we head to the east. See that mountain in the distance? My ship crashed on the other side. It may have something we can use to signal your vessel. The search for us will only get more intense the longer we stay here. We need to get away from the arena as quickly as possible.
Alright, let's go. Oh, stuck on a cactus.
There's a fighter heading straight for us. Quick, take cover in those dark rocks over there and wait for it to pass overhead. Stay still and wait for that fighter to pass overhead. If we are fortunate, they won't detect us. They didn't see us. Let's move on. I can't go on. My injuries
10
from
feet.
the arena are too painful. We need to find a place to rest for a moment. Forgive me, my friend, but the pain... I need to rest, just for a moment. My wounds are agonizing. I fear the worm's venom may have infected me. The pain is excruciating. My vision is blurred, and my blood burns in my veins. Before we were captured, my science officer said that the local plants here have medicinal qualities. Please, I need your help. Find something to ease my suffering.
I need something to disinfect my wound. Something to treat my fever. And anything that will ease my pain. Thank you, my friend. I know that I would have died today if it weren't for you.
I'll see what I can find. I don't trust you. Slimek just looks sketchy. The way he stands with his hands. I like that I still have my phaser rifle. Because that wouldn't have gotten confiscated right away. Be halfway across the map before I find some of these things. Oh, I needed 2 of those. That was a waste of time. Just getting my cardio in. Alright, let's try this again.
Thank you, my friend. I'm feeling better now. I think I can continue.
Let's hope so. Let's get out of here. Yeah, see the way he stands? Please, you can't tell me that he's not sketchy in some way.
Now that we're in the canyon, we shouldn't have to worry about the fighters anymore. Just the local wildlife. Keep your eyes open.
What do we got? Salots. Pretty sure those are Vulcan animals, but sure. Why not? What was that? It's pretty sky though. I'll give it that. Is that Orion? That doesn't make sense, but sure.
The weather isn't going to hold out for too much longer. We should look for a place to spend the night. I've noticed that there are things we can gather along the way to make our night more pleasant.
Like
The
what?
search patrols are moving on. We will not survive a night in this desert. We need to find shelter and safety. If we can scavenge provisions to create a camp, we'll have a better chance of reaching the wreckage of my ship alive.
Alright, what do we need?
The temperature is dropping. If we don't find warmth, we risk hypothermia. We can't use a phaser on the rocks here to heat them. They're too porous. We will need firewood. Look to the dry plants. If we can collect tinder, kindling, and logs, we will be able to create a fire that will last through the night.
Sounds good. There's some kindling. Logs. And tinder.
That should last us through the night. Let's get into this cave before the temperature drops even more.
Well, that was rude. I have to talk to him again. Why is he just standing there? What are we doing, bud? I'm almost certain we're gonna go this way. Yep. You can stay out here in the cold if you want.
temperature is dropping rapidly now. This cave should protect us from the elements. I've done some exploring. It looks like this cave continues when the sun rises side of the mountain. We could save time and energy by using the passage instead of trying to find a path over the mountain. Excellent. The passage saved us hours. This could be a good day. Let's find my ship.
My ship isn't far from here.
The dialogue slightly
I think
overlaps.
I can make out smoke from the wreckage on the horizon. There she is. She wasn't much to look at, but she was ours. And when we were flying through space, we were free. Perhaps she can help us one last time.
Hey, Herbert. I think. Nope.
We should check to see if the emergency beacon survived the crash. But, in the likely event it didn't, we might be able to piece together some components to create a makeshift emergency beacon.
Alright. There's no way this vessel will ever fly again. The damage done by the fall through the planet's atmosphere is severe. If the emergency distress beacon wasn't vaporized in the crash, it's probably buried under 30 meters of rock and sand by the Singularity Drive, or like the Singularity Drive and the cargo base. You do, however, find a backup generator with a minuscule amount of energy left. If you had the right components, you think you could construct a makeshift subspace beacon to contact your ship. You won't be able to do anything more than transmit a few pulses to let your crew know you're where you are, but it should do the trick. Okay, there's the communications array. I stuck on? There we go. Alright. Beacon set. Let's go outside and wait. Oh, well, this is good.
Did you think you could run? From me?
Akiv.
There is no place where I cannot find you. My spies are everywhere. Prisoner 1478, take your place. You did your job admirably. It is good to know at least one Riemann understands who is the master and who is the slave.
Called it.
The loss of the listening post was a minor setback. The Riemann's refuge in the Dera system has been destroyed. Dozens of subjects have been tested in my arena. When the Iconians return, they will find I have done all they have asked, and more. But you will not be there on that dreaded day. This tiresome game ends now. You could have been such a fascinating test subject, but this time, no. This time I think a more direct approach is best. Ready? Aim. No!
Jesus, they almost shot him.
I apologize for Slamic's action. I had no idea there was a traitor in our midst. If his actions caused harm to you or your crew, forgive me. That was not my intent. However, your trip to the Nopata system was not in vain. Now you see. Now you know. Hakiv is a pawn of a greater power. The demons of air and darkness are here. You should report to your superiors. Tell them what you have seen here. Open their eyes to the dangers that lurk in the shadows.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Alright. Leveled up. Again. Got a new shield.
Starfleet Intelligence has completed its analysis of the data you recovered
We'll
in
talk
the
about that
Nopata
later,
system.
Admiral. Alright. Thank you for joining me on this one. Got to do a little math today. A little fighting in an arena. Well, I can't wait to see what the next one brings. So, I'll see you then.